Hello, and welcome back finally to another episode. I know I've been gone for a while, but it's been the holiday season. I think a lot of people have been off for that as well. I'm currently not standing in my house. This is St. Kapura's house, and he's done really nice. I mean, he's got a lot of space here. I think he just decided to go heads down and make his starter home, so I really like it. But if you look out the window over here, there is my house across the way, and I think it is framed really nicely against the hill with the background, and then those right there, those hills right there, and the water. But I need to get over there and figure out what I need to work on since it's been so long since I was last on. We seem to be. He seems to be bleeding cows. I've never seen this before, but I think they're literally. I think they're phasing through the wall. I mean, it's no surprise, I guess. Thankfully, I have uh, friendly mob sounds off, or else that would just be deafening. And you definitely don't want to fall in there because there may be a chance that I'd get entity crammed if I was in there. That is definitely not humane, but I guess it works. The one problem I got is I don't have any way up to my house that like makes any sense. I can get up there, but it's a bit of a parkour challenge. So I do need to make some sort of a path, which may be what I end up doing today. You see, I don't want to spend so much time on any one project in any one time that I get burned out with it and get burned out with the series. And so, like I said earlier on, I really like the idea of doing a bunch of different little things this season, and I definitely want to do that. I've spent a lot of time on this building right now, and so I may just end up taking a break from it for a little bit and work on something else. As you can see, I believe I did this between episodes. I put these walls up, and um, there's still obviously a lot to be done before it can really be considered any sort of a base and I can start moving things in. Hello, bee. You may be stuck in here for a little while, or oh, going through the window. And like, I need to put up glass, I need to put up the entire roof, and I probably want to segment it out into rooms and floors before I start moving in. And so there's a lot of work left here. Oh, we're oxidizing copper. Nice. But I don't really want to work on it right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving the direction I'm going. I'm not regretting it. But I just want to work on something different. And so what I'm thinking is I'll probably spend some time chopping down some trees, get clearing some land because ultimately I don't want this to be a forest. I want this to be a field, and I want to create some sort of a dock down here, a place that I can move boats in between this land and over there, and an easy way to get up this hill. May require some terraforming. It's definitely going to require some building and probably some resource gathering as well. But I'm looking forward to it. So let me go grab my axe right here. That was easy. And start chopping. And while I'm doing this, I might as well talk about a little bit more of my mentality of making this series. I want to make sure that while I am recording and making this YouTube series and trying to make it as interesting as possible, I don't lose my love for playing the game. I noticed that for a little while, when I got back from vacation, I was hesitant to start playing again because I was worried that it was going to be a lot of energy. I was just kind of burnt out, gotten home from the holidays, and I just sort of wanted to relax. And I found myself, even earlier tonight, wanting to play Minecraft, but not wanting to play Minecraft too seriously. And if I was thinking if I get onto the server, then I've got to start making content. I've got to make sure I'm doing something productive and interesting and not just mess around with Minecraft. And that's when I realized, uh-oh, I'm starting to make this a little bit of an occupation when obviously I'm not making money off of this. There's not a lot of people watching it. I just want to make sure I'm still having fun. I like playing Minecraft and I like recording YouTube videos, and so I've combined them. And so I think what you'll see me do is try to get better at just playing the game and seeing what content naturally comes out of that. Minecraft is a very interesting game to play and to watch. Interesting things just happen, and I don't want to burn myself out trying to force anything. And so that's what you'll see me doing. That's kind of what I was describing at first, of like not working on the house right now because I didn't feel like it, because that's what I would have done if I wasn't recording a video. So that's probably what I should do right now. That's just a little something I've been thinking about recently, so I thought I'd mention it here, especially if other people find themselves struggling with that. Always make sure if you get into YouTube videos, make sure that you really hone in on being yourself in your videos. Because if you ever do become successful, or if you ever do want to keep making YouTube videos, then it's going to be an awful experience if you haven't already established that life lesson of staying yourself, staying comfortable with who you are, even when it's making your YouTube videos. I know it sounds sappy, but it can be a very big life lesson for those just getting into content creation like myself. Here I am again eating rotten flesh because I'm too lazy or too distracted to actually grow some real food. This is my source of food right now. I have no animals. I'm pretty sure like that amount of bone meal right there. Do I have any other bones? Oh, I have 14 bone blocks. Okay, so I do have a good source of bones. But I need to figure out something else. This is hardly sustainable, eating rotten flesh and a tiny little patch of wheat with a very inefficient water source in the center. The way I'm going to solve this is I'm not going to solve it, and I'm going to keep doing something else. The fact that I don't starve to death in this game just truly shows how hard it is to starve to death in Minecraft. There we are. That looks a lot better. Now I have a nice clean path straight to the water, and I can create a lawn. I don't know what it looks like from across the way at Sam's base, but this gives me room for moving. And I think got to figure out how I want to do this. What do I want to do down there? I know I want kind of a rickety path going up. I'm not sure exactly where the path is going to lead. I think it would make sense for the actual little fisher's hut or whatever it's going to be kind of right there. And then maybe the path zigzagging up this cliff, ultimately coming up here. Yeah, I'll do something like that. As you can see, I don't really have a plan. I'm just kind of doing whatever here. See what happens. Progress update. Alright, so this is what I've gotten so far, and I'm liking how it's going. I gave it a kind of a odd slanted roof. We've got a chimney going up the top. Right now the interior is pretty far from done, but we've got a smoker right here because this is a fishing little lodge. So that way that'll cook the fish a lot faster than a normal furnace, and it looks better, I think. And then I've got a barrel for cod and whatever it's called, salmon. And then a barrel over here for just any other fishing related items that aren't worth bringing up all the way to my home. So I'm liking how it's looking, this shambled look of using tons of different wood. But what I need to do right now is the path up there has been really frustrating because, well, there isn't really a path. So right now I need to clean that up, make an actual path going all the way to the top, and then finish the interior and the decoration on the exterior, and it should be done. Alright, it's complete now. So now there's actually an interior, and there is a way up and down up there. Let's first look at the interior. I've added a little storage area for cooked fish. Obviously, because we need a place for that once we're using this. Smokers work really fast. I don't take advantage of them enough, but this is actually functional. And then also, I've added these cacao plants right here because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this, but I think they sort of look like sacks of like produce or sacks of tools hanging on the wall right here. So this can double as my source of cocoa beans as well as decoration. I think they work really well in a case of a place like this. And then also I just have a place for string, fishing hooks. This looks like a weaver's table basically for weaving nets, and I guess the nets are stretched out across the table. Again, I haven't really seen anyone do that before. I'm sure I'm not the first one, but I think it looks really good, fits the aesthetic. And this bed right here actually is functional. It's basically noon right now, but it's actually pretty cool angle when you're sleeping in that. How cozy it is up in that hammock-like bed, and then when you come down from it, you're sort of laying up there and you have to plop down. I kind of like it. I don't know if you would respawn to it if you died. That may not be the case, but whatever. It's still cool, and it's still a perfect place if you're standing here fishing, throwing out your rod. It's like, oh, it's nighttime, let me hop over here. Because a lot of drowned do spawn in this sort of river right here. You can see how much space there is down here. There's a drowned right there. I've had a couple trident boys try to kill me, so it's a little dangerous. I may end up trying to light it up down there because I'm pretty sure you can stop them spawning just with lighting, just like normal zombies. I am struggling to get out of here. There we are. But not right now. Won't worry about that right now. The big thing also is this path. And this path, I guess, is the whole point of making this in the first place. I didn't really need a fishing hut. Totally unnecessary. But I wanted a path going down to the water and a dock that I could just row my boat between to and fro the two sides of the river, since Sam lives on that side of the river and I live on this side. But ultimately the path is the main thing. So I can come up here and it's so much faster. I have my lightning rod right there because it all of a sudden occurred to me that this is a server and this is a wood roof. Pretty good combination to have your building burned down from lightning strikes and thunderstorms. So I added that, added this overhanging lantern, and then I just added a little bit of barriers right here. I wanted this to be a cozy, cool, and I guess quaint style build, not a terrifying, evil path going into Mordor kind of feel. And even though these don't go everywhere, like I don't have them right here because the path is here, and even though this is a bit precarious, I think just the semblance of security makes it feel a little bit more homey and comfortable. Barrels for decoration right there. And then again, I've got a wall right here just so that you don't go flying off the side when you're going down. Obviously, Minecrafter is not going to fall off of that, but I just want it to look safe. And then a path going all the way up to up here. I haven't continued the path to my building yet because all of this terrain is going to change. I want it to be more of a flat sloping hill going down to this area. And so I've just made an easy path for myself to get up and down, but I'm going to terraform all of this to be exactly what I need it in the future. Also, the going down looks really cool. Like you're coming down here, just a little barrier, you're coming around, and then all of a sudden you can just see little smokestack coming up, the little dock with your boat, and like you can see your objective. It almost feels like a video game. You come around here and you can see your objective right there. It's the boat. And then you come down and you can see more detail. It just feels really cool, like an adventure game. I'm thinking of having an auto docking station and an auto deploy station here for boats. I don't know if it would fit the aesthetic and I don't know where I would hide it, but I think it would be very helpful. I want my builds to be at least semi-functional, like this one. So I'll probably add something like that in the future, just not sure how I'm going to integrate it in here. And now I can actually show you what the cot looks like. Isn't that cozy? Don't you just like that? And then when I wake up, still in my bed, right here, and then I can just plop down on the floor. Isn't that great? Again, I don't think I would respawn here. I don't think this is actually setting my spawn, but maybe. And all I have to do is not die. Get out of my boat, sir. Alright, I think it's time for me to start working on my base again. That project down there was a good little recreation, a good move away from the main project, but now I actually need to get this working as a base. Right now, it's actually pretty close to being base worthy. Really just needs a ceiling, separation of floors, maybe some way to get between the floors, and then I may even just add in some basic room structures. No furniture, no making it look nice at this point, just to make it functional so I can move my bed in there, move all my items in there, and really start mapping out where I want to go next. Also, I noticed when I was playing around with light that these 3 torches are all that's necessary for lighting up this entire area with the new update. Like, it's pretty close. This is 1 light away from pitch black right here, but it does work, and nothing's going to spawn in here just with these 3 lights, which is really encouraging to see that I'm going to be able to do super minimalistic lighting in here if I feel like it. Alright, so I feel like I should have enough materials, maybe not enough bricks, but enough materials to get started. Let's just get this over with and start moving everything in. Also, I definitely need to go AFK next to here so that this can oxidize. I got a couple that are oxidizing, but obviously, since I put them so close together, whoops, it's going to take them a very long time. So I need to do a AFK session overnight to get this looking like it's supposed to. Nice. Oh. Oh boy. What do I do? What I have done is I have made this whole thing tileable. Tileable. That's actually not that hard to say. But so essentially you've got this section right here, which is 5, and then you've got a pillar, and then you've got 5, and then you've got a pillar. On the side, I would like that to be the case, and it kind of looks like I do have that. There's 5 right here, and then a pillar, 5 right here, then a pillar, 5 right here, then a pillar. But the problem is this pillar doesn't jut out in the same way that it does up front. It really should be here, not here, because this right here is a pillar. This isn't the wall. It should be against the wall. So either I tear off this entire line and rebuild it right here, or I ignore it and pretend it's not a problem. It might not be a problem. Like, it may look fine. It may look even good with a double pillar out the front. Maybe. I don't know. And if I go on building right now, then it's even more to tear down. I really don't want to have to rebuild that. And honestly, this may look better than if it was indented. I'm going to just go along with it. I thought I was going to tear it down, but I think I've talked myself into leaving it as it is and just hoping it looks good. If it doesn't work, I can always change it. It's not that much that I would have to tear, just the entire back of my building and the roof up there. But I'm going to try it as it is, and we're going to see what happens. Also, I definitely need more brick. You know, that doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks weird with the plant not centered. But let me see what it looks like in the day and not in the rain. You know, I think I can work with this. It sort of gives off the impression that this is in fact the wall. It kind of makes it look thick and imposing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, I don't want to change it, and I think it looks fine. Especially if we get it on the other side as well. I think this is going to work. I'm not going to recreate the entire back or lay all of those blocks again. I'm going to work with what I got right here. Nice. You know, I might as well just, like, do the whole thing. You know, I don't have to have the wraparound deck on this side, but the windows at this point really aren't going to take that much longer. Yeah, I'll just leave off the basic details like any wraparound deck or any bushes. There's not going to be any door, but honestly, it'll be pretty easy to add the windows at this stage, so I might as well do that. Nice. All right, there we are. I think I've got the wall done for right now. So I got this side done as well, looking like I copied and pasted this from creative mode. I really gotta terraform this area and cover up that ground. But both sides are looking, and if I go around to the back is looking well, it's not looking complete, and it's not complete, but you know, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. It actually looks okay. It looks more like a ancient temple than a home, but I'm not gonna worry about putting in windows just yet. I'll carve out the windows to match the rooms, and then I can add the back later. I don't know. It would be pretty quick to do the back. I just don't feel like doing it, and then some of the windows may not line up with the rooms. So I'll do that. I'll do that later. But the outside is looking good, and now all I have left is, oh right, the roof and the interior. I think I'm just going to use cut copper for the actual roof. But to save myself a bit of resources, because I don't have a lot of this stuff, I'm going to do copper slabs. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it bottom slabs so that mobs can't spawn up here. Because I'd rather not have to light up the roof. That's kind of weird. Why would a roof be lit up? And I like this little indentation. You know, give it at least some amount of character. And then that way the roof doesn't have to be glowing, which is ideal. Ah! Whoa! Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. This is what I get for not sleeping early. I really need to light this area up. I just barely heard him. And at this point, I have learned that just a steady walk, walk, walk is a bad sign. It may be a pig, it may be a cow, but it could be a creeper. Woo, that was right on my chests. That's never happened to me before and almost just happened. Ugh, I gotta be more careful. I really should light this area up. That sounds boring, though. I'm gonna keep laying roof tiles on a roof, which is somehow more interesting. Nice. I love it when it completes just like that. And there we have it. The roof. It's done. Curious what it looks like in the inside right now. Ooh, dark. And when these windows, when it's nighttime, all those corners are going to look as dark as like right here. Except even darker, these corners are going to be pretty dark. But that looks good. Obviously, we've got a weird issue with the light coming through on the edges, which I think we can fix. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then I've got to add in the floors. Just like that, that looks 10 times better, for sure. Anyway, though, I think I'm going to end it there. I thought I was going to get some sort of interior in, but the outside was taking a little longer, and I just want to get an episode out. I haven't gotten an episode out since the holidays, and so I want something out for the new year. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, please leave it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.